What is up, you guys? It is your boy John here from Puma. Welcome back to another Farming Simulator 19. This time, of course, we're back on the Millennial Farmer map. And guys, it has snowed. It is now winter, first day of winter, and it is currently snowage. Currently snowing just a little bit here on the map. So what we are up to, I have done some bale selling, by the way, ahead of time. Not a lot at all, just a couple things. I appreciate you guys clicking on the video, by the way. How you doing? Welcome on in. Welcome on in. All right, so be transparent here. I was going to wait for this thing to reset here. I was going to use a tractor that I leased for this here adventure today. Hello, snow is slippery, by the way. I was going to use this John Deere here, and this John Deere is great. It's great. It's one of them, like the same edit, pack thing here, and it's really cool, but it's super slow to do this. I was literally going to do, and it doesn't matter if the forks are down or not. As you guys may remember from multiplayer land, we did quite a bit of this in multiplayer on Lone Oak. Especially, we used tractors, or I think we used a tractor and a telehandler to do exactly what I'm doing here. And this is great. This was fine and dandy, but it just takes so long. That's the whole problem here. And then, like, I leased the tractor with duals, so of course it's a little thick to go through the door, and then you got to like open it, and tip it, and back it. It's a whole thing. So I went ahead and leased the bale mover. Like I said, I was going to use this, but I just decided not to. This is an awesome tractor, though. This is an awesome rig. Don't get me wrong, but I think it's faster to use the other thing. So as you can see, we still have a ton of bales. Tons of bales still. Like 235 in there still. 214 still. So, like, we have tons of bales. Tons and tons and tons of bales. In fact, I don't know if I'll get them all hauled today, because I was trying to make enough money to lease this equipment that I have. So I was doing fertilizing contracts, and I have run myself out of time because I was doing fertilizing contracts all day. Not run myself out of time to make this video, but running myself a little short for sure. All right, so we're gonna let that pick up actually real fast, because up here at the shop we have a tractor and another little fun, not fun at all thing that we had to lease. Not fun at all, honestly, but it's, yeah. We didn't have to lease this, but I do have the snowblower. It's not fun to use at all, but it's one of those things, I guess, if we decide we need it, we'll have it. Because I do plan on selling, plan on selling barn here very soon. In the next day or two, we're gonna watch the price. Seems like it's always the day before the high price is actually the high price, but anyway, so let's go back down to our adventure land here at the BGA and keep loading bales, because here soon, and actually I'm just gonna go ahead and start, we're gonna have to be fast timing while we do this, because the BGA is gonna fill up, of course. And, well, that's no good then, because, it won't take any more bales. So we are going to have to do quite a bit of fast timing through this, which is fine. We have plenty of days of winter, but Sean, I know especially, was wanting to see a day in the snow. So here you go, buddy. This is a lot of snowies we get. I'm going to try not to move. That's not that worth really hauling soybeans 11,000, or sorry, canola. I mean, it's a good price, but I'm not worried about it, to be honest, and really not worried about any of the other. These are still the starting crops that we've had. Not worried about them. But this is about as snowy as it's gonna get, and I'm not really worried about moving snow, because honestly, I'm just trying to fast time through winter. It'd be different if I had animals I needed to like get in and take care of and stuff, but I don't, and I don't know that I'm going to on this map, to be completely honest, So it's more of just like, hey, let's just get through winter. And normally the past couple winters on this map since I've started has literally just been Fast time during the day, sleep at night. Fast time during the day, sleep at night. Just basically get through winter. That's been the whole object for me personally, is just get through winter. Get back to spring. And in fact, this might actually be the first time that I've seen snow on this map. I don't remember. I don't think it snowed the other like 2 winters we've been through. So yeah, and of course we put our bale storage in a really terrible spot because now we can't drive through the BGA. This BGA is kind of interesting on this map, I'm not gonna lie. Just because it is inside of a small building. I mean, this bale stacker technically doesn't fit. You know, the bales get a little... Yeah, they hit the top of the roof. I could back in farther, but I don't know that that's really going to work. There's not that much more headroom in there, so it's one of those things that kind of is what it is, you know, and that's just that. Okay, so we want to try to get this thing full because then we know we're working at efficiency levels then. Of course, if we get it full. And the only reason I may need the snowblower, by the way, is for the trucks. But I'm hoping to not have to break out a snowblower at all, to be honest. I probably shouldn't have leased it, but whatever. It doesn't cost that much money. Tractor, on the other hand, I'm probably going to... You know what? I should just get rid of it. I'm not going to use it. As much as I was kind of... Not hyped to use it, but I kind of figured I would use it. But we're just not. Let's be real. It's such a slow way to go at this. Yeah, you're moving more, so you might feel like you're going faster, but when you realize how many bales there are and how many trips back and forth that actually is, it's something crazy. And actually, once we got off of Lone Oak in multiplayer, we quit using that method and we went to this method here. The only thing we do different in multiplayer, obviously, is run at least 2 bale movers, but have a person dedicated just to stand there and spawn bales. That's basically somebody's job when we're doing this in multiplayer land. So it is that. It is what it is, you know. And these will be the last bales we do on this map. We're not having any more bales. I'm not doing it. I'm just not doing it. Actually, I was talking about filling the BGA. We may not, since I have it on 30% or 30 times speed. We may not actually fill it. You know, if we had 2 of these running, 30 might not be fast enough, but we're doing okay here. Because actually, like right now, we could have somebody loading off the other end, you know, and I can load here, and then somebody spawn. It's great in multiplayer. Single player, obviously, it's okay. It still works, you know. And that's really what matters. We're moving bales, and that's what matters. So, I believe there are. There's a couple fertilizing contracts I could take, but I'm not worried about them. And it looks like our soybeans, by the way, gonna pop as soon as it gets warm, or they might even be, quote, ready in the winter, but that might be an interesting thing. I don't know. I might regret planting those when I did, but that is what it is, you know? It is what it is. And that's all it is. Okay. Last 3 bales. Come on. For this loading anyway. There's like 8 billion more loads to haul here, but yeah. You know, you gotta think, it took me over an hour to pick them all up. So how long is it gonna take me to... And that was using the like semi too. Took me over an hour just to pick them up, and that was using semi with dual trailers even too. Yeah, so it's gonna take a minute to put them all away. That's okay. Or sell them all, I should. That's okay though. Okay. Oh, we're wedged. We're wedged now. No choice but to get rid of them, I guess. There we go. Okay, wow. So those of you that watch my Twitch, twitch.tv/Puma, links in the description. I actually got a kind of a programming note for you guys coming up this week. It is Memorial Day. Memorial Day, or I always get the 2 confused. Between Memorial Day and Labor Day, I can never remember which one is which. It's really bad. It's something I've always done this. Anyway, coming up Saturday, I will not be streaming, which is very rare for me to miss a Saturday stream. Maybe 1 or 2 a year, honestly, unless I'm like sick. Even with Rona, I didn't miss any, so it's rare for me to miss them. No big plans, just taking the day off. You know, taking the day off. A lot of my guys are going to be out of town. My multiplayer like buddies are going to be out of town and stuff, so we got talking about it. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna not stream. So I know that might sound weird, but yeah, I'm just not gonna stream that day. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. Is there a light up there? There is a light up there. How do I turn that light on? Is there a way to turn that light on? I feel like there should be a button out here or something. Maybe it's back here. I feel like there needs to be a button. Huh, maybe there's not. Maybe it's just decorative lighting. I've never noticed the light up there, to be honest. Wait, oh, that's just the logo. I don't think there's anything there. Look like there's anything. Okay. That's unfortunate, because that'd be way cool if we could turn those lights on. Be way cool. Of course, it is going to get dark here soon. But that is okay. This John Deere has pretty good lighting on it. And another 30 bales. Why not? We're under 200, so that's good. Well under 200 at this point, so. Kind of crazy that building holds like 400 and something. 420? I think it's 420 bales. A lot. And on Lone Oak anyway, and we were playing that multiplayer, my goodness, the amount of bales we would store up during the spring, summer, and fall. And this is what we did every winter on that map, was sit there and sell bales and sell bales and sell bales and sell bales and sell them. And I mean, crazy for those of you remember that. We did a lot of baling on Lone Oak, but it was fun. We've done a lot of baling on a lot of maps. I feel like we got a cool crew that kind of enjoys the baling process, you know, or at least tolerates it. I don't know. I enjoy it. I do enjoy the baling process, especially with course blades. Really, probably a lot more fun, let's be honest, with course play, but you know, it's still good either way. All right, one more bale. Last bale. All right, hold that up. And now we wait. Turn back. Turn back, bale. And that was like professional. That was like professional backing up right there, boys. Look at that. Look at me. Look at me. Okay, go. And I'll probably go faster time during the night, by the way, just to get through night. And then slow it back down a little bit during the days to maintain a little more daylight, you know. This makes life better. Now, we should get paid at midnight as well. Of course, that's how the BGA works. You get paid at midnight. You do not get paid by the bale or while you're selling them. You get paid at midnight. Which is good, I guess. Plus, we slow down time in day 2. We'll have more time to haul in bales. So therefore, technically, we'll get paid probably more money on our next day. But that's okay. Well, maybe not though, because we've hauled. I don't know. There's still a lot of bales to haul. Over half of what we had, I'm assuming, but I don't actually know. It's somewhere around 300, I think. So, and again, I could be wrong on that number, but I don't know. I just know it was a lot of bales, and I'm kind of glad to see them go. Just saying. And you know, it's good to see them go because they might get lost out here in the snow or blend right in. Like, oh, a snowdrift. No, it's a silage bale. On a snowmobile, and you think you're hitting fresh powder and you hit a silage bale, I think that would hurt. In fact, you'd probably go tumbling like head over heels, you know? I'm just throwing that out there. Holy cow. Yeah, that should be the only thing stream-wise this week that should be weird is the fact that I'm not streaming Saturday. Hopefully we'll make next Monday's stream for, you know, actual, I think it's Memorial Day. I think Labor Day's at the end of the summer. Anyway, what's on demand now? Don't know. That would be grass. Hay. That's hay. Hay's on sale. Okay. We're actually getting, I mean, 270 is not terrible, I guess. I don't really know. We'll find out here at midnight. If it's worth our time even doing this. It probably, honestly, is not worth our time. But if you guys recall, the only reason we really did this is it was already on the field. It was free crop. Don't really have, I mean, I have money in leased equipment invested here, but other than that, I don't really have a lot of money invested in this stuff. So after we get done, we can sell the bale building. Oh, those lights did turn on, by the way. They turn on automatically. Or that light, I should say. That's kind of nice shadows. Nice shadows. But yeah, so that should be my only thing with the holiday coming up. I'll just miss one day, and it is what it is, you know. I know it's gonna annoy some people that I won't be on, but gotta take some breaks too, you know. Like I said, I don't have any plans right now. Probably just gonna end up at the farm Saturday for a while. I don't think we're doing anything as like a family. We don't really do anything anymore. Let's be real. Due to many reasons, but yeah, I don't think we'll be doing anything like that, but you never know. Plan a little barbecue. Barbecue could be fun. Don't have a barbecue at my house anymore, so that's not gonna happen. Maybe a little barbecue at the farm. Probably not. Let's be real. Go down there, and we need to work in the garden a little bit. It's time to spray the rye for to get rid of it. Roundup it, actually. Roundup is what Roundup is. And yeah, it's time to kill off the rye. Get ready for pumpkins here. We'll be planting pumpkins in less than a month. So actually, like probably 2-3 weeks we'll be planting pumpkins. So we really need to get our rye killed off and get our strips kind of worked up a little bit where we're going to be planting pumpkins. Probably take the roto tiller out there to those, our Aaron's rear tine tiller that we have. Till those strips up so we have a good seed bed, because right now I believe it's like as hard as concrete. Because of course it hasn't been worked up lately. Actually, Dad worked it back in the spring. I say back in the spring. Technically, isn't it still spring? Well, like back early spring. Dad went out there a couple times with the tiller and tilled it up. So hopefully we have better seed bed than we did last year. Last year was horrible. Our seed bed last year was literally like planting into concrete. There were some spots we could barely get a ½ inch down to plant a pumpkin seed. Barely get any loose dirt. Still, they come up and they did okay. But you know, if you have a better seed bed, you're gonna have better immersion and stuff. You know, your seed's gonna be better. It's gonna have an easier life at its start, and that plant's gonna just do better if it has a better seed bed. So hopefully this year we get a better seed bed. Last year was pretty rough, but I think we'll be in better shape this year. At least that's the hope, right? So the big thing is got to get out there and work those strips up. Once we work those strips up, I think we'll be okay on our seed bed. To be honest. As long as we don't get those big pounding, like beating rains. Like this past, not like yesterday, but the week before, we worked the garden. And then we got about ½ inch of rain that day, which not a big deal. We wanted to work the garden because it's one of those things, if we didn't work it, we knew we couldn't work it for like 2 weeks because of the amount of rain we were getting, plus just time down there. And so I worked it with our tetanus on wheels, as we like to call it, our field cultivator. Thing works great, by the way. Absolutely love it. And we got a ½ inch that day, and then sometime over the next like 2 days, we got 2 inches of rain. So we ended up with, or no, we got another 1.5 inches. So we ended up with 2 inches of rain total between like the Sunday where we worked it and say like Tuesday. But the 1.5 inches that we got, so first, like I said, we got that ½ inch. Then we got 1.5 inches. That 1.5 inches must have come down absolutely just like you're dumping, you know, concrete trucks worth of rain. $158,000, by the way, we just made right there. That's not terrible. That's not terrible. That's bail money right there. Okay. Not bail money as in like that kind of bail money, but like bail money. Oh goodness. I'm not going to jail, guys. All right. So we're looking, honestly, we need about 900 to sell corn is what I'm looking at here, because 919 is our top. So if we can get 900, I'd be happy. So it looks like it's not going to be right now anyway. Maybe later in the quote day, since it's just 1 o'clock in the morning. And of course, there's more snow. Trucks don't like snow. Goodness, that's okay. But yeah, so that 1.5 inches of rain we got must have just come down super hard. I went back Yeah, I've only been at the farm once in the past week, and it was just to cut grass. He was out there. He was out there on that Saturday, this past Saturday, and he said the garden is like concrete right now. So got to work it up again probably. I know he wants to plant some cantaloupe, and I don't know if he wants to plant anything else. Apparently, he you know, he orders seed from like seed companies, you know, like Johnny's or there's a couple different seed companies. Anyway, so he ordered some seed from one of the companies, and he ordered it like months ago at this point, and he got charged for it. So he just thought it had been delivered and it was just somewhere in our house. So the other day he's like, yeah, I want to plant those cantaloupes. Like, I want to plant the seed, the cantaloupe. And I was like, okay. He's like, I don't know where the seed is. He goes, it got delivered. He goes, it's here. I swear it's here. And we scoured our house, and he looked around at work. We looked around at the farm. Like, we looked everywhere. Tore his truck apart. So apparently he called the company the other day and said, you know, did I actually get the seed? Like, did it actually get delivered? And they're like, oh, we have no record that we shipped your order. Because we have a record that we charged you, but we don't have a record that we shipped. So apparently the company just never shipped it. They never like picked the order or shipped it, but they definitely took his money. So I was like, that's kind of funny in a way, you know. That's actually like hilarious. Oh man, our corn price is tanking. That's actually hilarious that they like took his money but have no record of sending him an order. So apparently whoever he talked to in customer support was like super nice and took care of him, and he replaced his order, the same order he already placed, and they had everything except for the one variety of pumpkin which never really grows, but they look really cool if they do. It's called a Cinderella pumpkin, and it's like real squatty and kind of big, and they don't really do well for us anyway. So I'm not heartbroken if we don't have any Cinderellas, because it's kind of like wasted space. And you know, you take care of the plant just the same as all the rest, and it just doesn't produce. So I told him, I was like, I'm not even in this. They're one of the coolest pumpkins that we grow. There's like the warty ones, the Cinderellas, and well, I mean, of course, just like a regular pumpkin, you know. But we grow some specialty ones, and the Cinderella, the warty ones. And then there's this one, I think last year we didn't have any of them. 2 years ago we had one, and it's called a bloodshot eye. It's a pumpkin that looks, it's like a white pumpkin with basically like orange veins that look like a bloodshot eye. It's way cool looking. There's another name for them too, but we always call them bloodshot eye. And they look way cool. In fact, 2 years ago we had one of them, and Dad and I happened to find it like before our pumpkin party, and I went out there and picked it for myself. I was like, nobody else is getting this thing, it's mine. They're so cool looking. What did I do with it? I think I carved it. Can't remember. Either carved it or it sat on my front porch and squirrels ate it. But either way, it looks really cool. I think I might have posted an Instagram about that picture, or about that pumpkin. Pretty sure I did back in the day, or at least on my story back in the day, which is kind of null and void telling you guys about, because stories go away after 24 hours. So there's that, right? All right, are we done with bales yet? No, not at all. Okay, not at all. Corn, I need another 100 out of you. I need about 900. So technically it's tomorrow, but if I could sell it, I would sell it right now if it was worth the cash money. So we're gonna go ahead and leave time at 1:20 because I want to get to tomorrow. Because ideally, I'd like to sell corn here this winter before getting into spring. You know, for tax reasons, I would like to get rid of it before it's spring. Or wait, technically the year would change like halfway through winter, wouldn't it, if we were doing like real years, you know? I know we get like snow in February here, so sometimes, you know, March. It snowed in April before here, so I think, was it the day my brother was born, like in early April? Might have been the day he was born. It was snowing. Either the day he was born or one of his like birthdays in like early April. It was snowing. remember mom talking about that. Something about that. So, yeah. But ask dad. He doesn't remember that kind of stuff. You know, that was always mom's thing. Remembering little weird details about stuff like that. Dad, not so much. Be like the grain prices or like the river stage in that year. All right, back after a brief interruption. Well, in my house, they have questions, and I don't have answers for them. You know, I just made one up. No, I did. Oh man, what's the meaning of life? That's the question. Pizza is, of course, the answer. Of course, pizza. Why wouldn't it be pizza? Pizza is the meaning of life. Truly think it's happiness, but I don't know. Pizza makes me happy, so it could be pizza. Speaking of pizza, there's Casey's Pizza in my house right now. Oh man, yummy. Love me some Casey. It's so weird too. It's like gas station pizza. So good. Casey's General Store. If you guys don't have them, go find one. They're kind of a Midwest thing. They're not where I live. That's the problem. They don't go in like cities. I live close enough to St. Louis where we don't actually have one anywhere near us. So to go to one, it's like 45 minutes. And there's several we can go to kind of in 45 minutes. They're kind of like different directions, but like 45 minutes. So it's kind of a shame, you know? It's not worth just driving 45 minutes to get pizza. I can tell you that much. No pizza's worth, well, there might be pizza worth that, but it's really good pizza and I enjoy it. But like if we go up to where my old neighbor moved, like my old neighbor has some property, and if we go up that way, it's definitely worth stopping because it's right around the corner from her house. But there again, it's like 45 minutes away from where I live. But like last summer she went out of town, her and her I don't think they're legally married, but basically husband. They went out of town last year for like a month, and they're like basically contracted us or hired us to go cut the grass for them, and which was more fun for Dad and I than anything. Let's be real. You know, like the first time. Let's see. Yeah, the first time we went up there, and I know I talked about this when it was happening. The first time we went up there, we took our X-Mark Laser from the farm, and then they have a Gravely zero turn. The Dad was riding that, and I was riding our X-Mark, and we got it done. Like, it basically took us longer to get from the farm to where we were going, because obviously I had to go to the farm first to get the lawnmower. But to go from like the farm to where we were going, then it took us to cut her grass. Of course, we had 260 and zero turns running, so you know you can knock out a lot of ground like very quickly. And then the second time we went up there, we took our X-Mark again, our 60 and zero turn. Then we actually took that Husqvarna tractor that we have because Dad wanted to run it up there. He just wanted to get some time on it, make sure the thing was doing all right. And at the time it was, but now that tractor has massive transmission problems apparently. So I don't know if we're gonna dig into that thing again. We've already been in the transmission once. Now in fairness, when we were in the transmission, all we did was replace an axle. We didn't mess with the rest of the transmission per se, but of course you have to crack it open. So we're not sure if we sealed the thing up wrong and it's leaking from like chamber to chamber or whatever, because of course it's a hydraulic. And I just don't know. I don't know if we're going to tear into it or what. I mean, it's a good tractor. It mows quite well. You know, my brother had it at his place mowing with it. And it got to the point where basically couldn't drive it anymore. Apparently, if the oil's cold in the tractor, so if you just get it out of the shed, it'll drive for a little bit and then it like stops driving. So the oil's getting hot. It's getting too thin to drive, so I would say there's like it's leaking from like chamber to chamber on the inside of that transmission, the rear end. But I don't know without jumping into it and figuring out what's wrong with it. I don't know. I'm assuming that we'll do that sometime. Sounds like a good winter project, although it seems like winter projects don't happen like we want them to. So like this past winter we were supposed to rehab a John Deere What is that little tractor? An STS 38, I think it is. Little John Deere, tractor with a deck. We got it for free from a guy. Dad knows. Good buddy. Good guy. He was always gonna fix it up and just decided not to. And I think it's pretty well all there. I mean, it needs some work, but for sure it's mostly there. Not all there. We know where to get the stuff, Dad works at a lawn and garden shop after all, so yeah. And we didn't even touch the thing all winter. We're gonna make a whole video series on it and everything. And it sat in our hogshead all winter. Never touched it. The winter projects don't always go the way you want them to, because we never even got started on it. Of course, we were $86,000 that time. Okay, we sold more bales the first day, of course, because we had lowered speed. Okay, so today's our day for corn, allegedly. Oh, 930 going up. Oh yeah, that's higher than the high price on the board, allegedly. We're gonna have to monitor that, because we want to sell corn as much money as we can, as high of a price as possible. 935. If that starts going down, I'm done. 936, 37. Because if you look here, the highest price allegedly is 909. So I will take it. I will take it all day long. Here, let's just stay in the menu until that guy's done working. We can kind of see him back there. 936, 37. Come on. So this will stop us from doing bales if we got to sell corn. Just saying. Both prices are actually great, 940. Pull up. Hopefully it is a good price around daytime. Wait, it said 930 and then it went back down even though it has a green arrow. Okay. Kind of interesting. And sometimes it does that. It'll go down a little bit and see now it's going up again. 939. This 902's number is not bad either. They're both looking great. I'd take anything over 900. So, I mean, we don't have a ton of corn to haul, but we do have some corn. See that number keeps resetting back down. Both numbers kind of reset there when an hour clicked over, I guess. Interesting. Very, very interesting. All right. We are basically done with bales. There's only 4 more in there, so. Okay, 937, we gotta stop. I don't trust this 909 number. I'm gonna trust the 937 number. We're gonna take that. And we'll get our trucks running, and then I'm gonna call this one a video probably, because who wants to watch the truck run in the snow at night? I mean, I don't really want to watch it. Plus, it is actually it's actually my quitting time here too. It's almost 5 o'clock right now for me, and then it's time for me to go make some dinner for the family. And I'm having pizza. I don't know what they're having yet, but I'm having pizza. Because you know what they might want? I don't know. There's pizza left. I might make them eat it too. That way I don't have to eat all the leftovers, because they brought home like 4 pizzas yesterday. So, there's that. Don't get me wrong, I'll eat it all eventually. It might take me a couple days. I'll get it. I can handle it, Take me a few days. That is all. All right. I don't know what it is. This John Deere has a great turning circle. And so, backing up is a jeepers. Backing up with this tractor is kind of a breeze. Because it turns so sharp. This is great. I don't love it. All right, those bales will go in, and then, of course, our next day we'll get paid for these few that are going in. And as far as I'm concerned, we can sell the bale building too, because we are not doing any more bales on this map. It's not a super conducive map, in my opinion, for baling, due to the sell points not being very friendly to get into for selling bales. So there's that, my opinion. And of course, that is just my opinion. But yeah, okay. Grab that last bale. Just want to make sure it's out of the thing before. Never know, guys, if the building would take it or who knows. All right. Did I pass it already? No. It is. And we'll get rid of that. Get our $5,270 back. And actually this time we'll just drive in because we can now. So that snow is actually pretty thick, isn't it? Yeah, it is actually pretty thick. Holy cow. See, driving in is not really much better, honestly. Unless you go like right there, so you put the arm down just past the little wall. This map's just not, I mean, I guess if you had like loose silage, you could sell a bunch in here with course play. This map's just not conducive to what I'm trying to do with it, so. Alright, so there's that, and then there's a board. A board in here somewhere. Yeah, so you can see. It's got a little to chew through. Before, wait, what did I just do? What did I do? What did I do? Oh. I turned lights on. Okay. Oh. Alright, let's go. Actually, a good idea. Close up the BGA. We're done with it. We're done. There. Turn off all the lights. Close the door. We done with the BGA, boys. We are done. Done and done. I see a thumbnail potential here while it's dark, you know? I really do. I see that as a thumbnail, boys. Alright, got our thumbnail. Unhook that. Let's auto drive the tractor back to the home somewhere. Let's get rid of the least scale mover. We're done with that. Find some trucks. I do have everything like nice and parked up, by the way, or most things. Most things nice and parked up. That is great. Okay. I'm hoping the truck can handle the snow. Looks like it's gonna do okay. I'm not gonna clear snow. Probably a disappointment to some of you. If it is, I'm sorry. But I just don't see... Oh, there's a snowman. That's right. There's a snowman when it's winter. There's a snowman in the front yard. This is going to be a slow go with these trucks. All right. We got our truck all settled, and now we just need to move some equipment out of his way because that's no good. Oh, man. I bet our sprayer froze. Oh, that's going to cost us a lot of money. It's really plowing the snow, too. Kind of funny, actually. Really plows, it digs, it eats. Oh boy. Okay. That tractor's gonna... All of our shed doors are open. Man. Our life is in shambles, guys, over here. Okay, so we are gonna be getting $937 for our corn. I think I'm okay with that, honestly. Now, this is only if we really need it, the snowblower. I'm really open to not use it, but... Yeah, the tracks are kind of weird. Not gonna lie. Alright, let's just park that there for now, because like I said, I do not want to use it. Really don't want any part of actually using that. I'll be honest. Alright, we are loading with corn currently. The problem with the snowblower, if I remember correctly, is when we get off land that we own, it doesn't move the snow anyway. So we don't have a path of land that we own that goes anywhere near where we need to go. So that's kind of a problem, you know? Oh boy. This might be a challenge to sell corn. I mean, it's working. I guess I could always get a dolly and use my like tractors. We'll see how this handles this real fast. It's not gonna be good, guys. It's not gonna be good at all. And off. Okay. Like this dude's handling it. I would think the big new articulated would be fine. It would just drive right through those, you know. But I could be wrong. I just really don't want to have to like blow snow. And not that it's the worst thing ever, but it's just, it kind of sucks. Not gonna lie, it's kind of terrible. So, yeah. Okay. I mean, he's driving, right? So like, let's put it this way, okay? Let's put it this way. We don't really have that much corn to move. That's 6 more loads, probably five more loads, 6 loads total. It's got an hour before I have to start streaming. I'm just gonna let it run, and when it gets sold in that hour. And oh boy, we could set up our second truck, but I don't think we will with the snow. I think we're just gonna let this go, try it, and it's gonna do its thing, you know. That's basically where we're at right now. So anyway, I'm gonna let this go do its thing. I know it's dark, and I don't like making videos in the dark, and yeah, but hey, the bales are sold. That was the most important thing of all time. The bales are sold, and beyond that, we're gonna sell the corn. If we don't get it sold today, by the way, we do have to hold it till summer. I kind of rather move it out today, and plus that's a pretty okay price, $9.32. Anything over 9, I'd be cool. So, anyway, thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Make sure you check out Twitch, as always. Links in the description, and I'll catch you in the next one. Until then, have a great rest of your day, and as always, toodles.